Hi, my name's Mark Barrow. I'm the Executive Director at Place at Shropshire Council, and I'd like to tell you about the exciting journey that we're on in Shropshire and with some highlights across the county in terms of opportunities for investment, growth and development. So, Shropshire, it's big. If you don't know where we are, we're broadly that piece of land that sits between the West Midlands and Wales. So actually we're really central in the UK, and we've got great connectivity to all of the key conurbations of the Northwest and the Midlands. So really good kind of rail connectivity, road connectivity, and actually also a really strategic place in terms of business, in terms of Wales as well. One of the interesting aspects of growth that we're seeing through COVID is that in terms of that work-life balance, Shropshire's a very compelling offer. It's a great place to be, great place to live and spend your leisure time, bring up your kids, a great education. And what's starting to come through now in our market is really the interest in terms of the office market to really set that work-life offer in place. So that's given us great confidence about how we're moving forward with future developments. And also in terms of residential sales, our estate agents are telling us they've never been busier. So obviously something is right in Shropshire. In terms of that connectivity story, as you can see, this picture shows really quite clearly what those corridors of growth really are, and to scale of our ambition in terms of our next local plan period. Over 30,000 new homes being planned, over 15,000 new jobs, and as you can see, over 300 hectares of commercial development space. So Shropshire's open, ready for business, and putting measures in place to make sure we encourage and bring forward growth. Shrewsbury is a big part of our plans. Shrewsbury is a historical town. It ranks alongside the likes of Cambridge, example as a place that's a kind of centre for quality of life. We've got a plan in place here called the Big Town Plan, which is a hugely exciting set of measures, particularly around Riverside and Frankwell. But across the whole of Shrewsbury, there are some really interesting developments coming forward, including investing in our transport infrastructure. As part of that, we're working with a range of key partners. Some of them are highlighted here, just to call some of them out. And there's a range of exciting projects that they're helping fund, they're helping bring forward, that are really giving us traction and a belief in the delivery of these ambitions. What we see here is where we've got some real interesting opportunities across a mix of activities. And Shrewsbury is set for growth in a number of ways across retail, that work-life, office-based opportunity is quite significant too. We've got a sense of the quantum of those spaces here. Everybody always says, when you talk about these ambitions, have you got an investable master plan? That's what we've been working on, and that's where this information comes from. So really interested to kind of work with people to understand and expand what that means possibly for them. The master plan that's being brought forward in Riverside is probably the centrepiece of this strategy. It sees a huge swathe of central Shrewsbury being redeveloped, and we see the demolition of a multi-storey car park and a shopping centre. We purchased the 3 main shopping centres in Shrewsbury in 2018, deliberately to help manage that transition that's going on in our town centres across the country. But what it means in Shrewsbury is it's happening with some certainty. And this master plan is now feeding through into a series of individual projects that we're bringing to the market. So there's some interesting places and spaces in Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury actually has fared really well through COVID in terms of its retail offer. It's been well ahead in national terms of most people in terms of the effect on footfall, and it's been trading quite positively throughout the period. So that sense of Shrewsbury as a destination and as a place to go and a place to experience and plan that great day out has really kind of helped see it through some very difficult months that we've just all experienced. So real opportunities and set for growth going forward. One of the big plays here is the development of the Northwest Relief Road to the north side of Shrewsbury. That really is going to complete the outer ring road network and open up more opportunities for investment and development. It also really solidifies that juncture that we are between the middle of England and mid Wales to North Wales particularly. So that opportunity to kind of, come to Shrewsbury and then kind of move on, do business, move up either through the marches to the north or the south of the border or across into Wales. This is a great location, and this investment will see more economic development opportunities. Alongside that also, there's a lot of work going on with what is called the River Severn Partnership, of which I'm a joint chair. And that really will bring forward a range of investments in water management, flood defence opportunities that will create significant opportunities for future development throughout the whole of Shropshire. It will also see the protection of more communities and take, we think, about 3,000 houses out of flood risk. So a really big move. We've already secured about £70 million from government towards these measures. So that's given us real confidence in terms of a holistic approach to infrastructure investment. To call out some specifics, so Sue South around Shrewsbury is one of our big opportunities, and that is going to see a range of kind of housing opportunities as well as employment, business park opportunities as well, and Sue West, which is around the Oxon Park, which will be at the western end of the Northwest Relief Road, is a really interesting opportunity again for housing and employment. So these are market-ready opportunities. Some parts of them already starting to come forward. Great opportunity to jump on something that's shovel-ready here. So other call-outs around the county. There's a really interesting opportunity in the south around the growth corridor of the A49 around Ludlow. And you can see from this map where we've highlighted some of those. There's the opportunity around Buildwas Power Station redevelopment. We're working very closely with Harworth as the master developers of that. And then also around the OSWESTRY growth corridor and what we call the Mile End development. So opportunities across the county here of a different type, different nature. But again, a range of things to, suit a range of kind of investment appetites. Just to expand on that a little bit more, this is a graphic that talks about OSWESTRY Innovation Park. And OSWESTRY is a really good location with a good workforce to draw upon in terms of future development. So a really interesting opportunity to bring forward as a single development, or can be part of a partnership which could be broken down between housing and employment. And as you can see on the slide, some really interesting dynamics here that could really move this site forward quickly. Again, in terms of the Buildwas Power Station site, which is on the fringe of IRONBRIDGE, really interesting development, as I say, being brought forward by Harworth. This is a game changer with over 1,000 new homes, bringing forward big investments in social infrastructure and offering a really high quality of life in a really attractive part of Shropshire, right next door to a World Heritage Site. So lots of interesting things to hear about there, I think. So look, we're open for business. We're keen to talk to anybody about all of these opportunities. Shropshire is really motoring going forward, and we're prepared to put our money where our mouth is. So don't hesitate to contact me, Matt Potts, or any members of the team. Thank you very much.